What's going on, guys? This is Scott with KC Blade Drip, and today I felt kind of froggy, so I figured I'd jump at the opportunity to be able to do another video, another show and tell, because I just got this knife. Well, I say just got it. I got it about a week ago. I just opened the package, and we're going to do an unboxing, kind of give my opinion of the knife. Something a little bit different. So I was just thinking about finishing out the weekend here. God, it's nice to be getting into summer. So hope everything is going well for you guys and you've made it again, my friends. We're here together at the home of the 150% guarantee. That's right. Many of you are familiar. You hear it from me time and time again. It's where I guarantee that 100% of the time I'm going to be over 50% right. So just a little bit of stats for you. Every knife has a story. We do our best to try to at least give a piece of that story, that journey of a knife, so that I spend my money, and that way you don't have to, unless it's something that you think that maybe would interest you or that you would like. So hopefully I'm helping you with that. And I appreciate all the feedback that I get from you guys. It means a lot. So again, here we are. This is going to be a Fox Knives. Okay, so got this from Blade HQ. It is a Blade HQ exclusive. And when I ordered it, oh, and by the way, to KC Blade Drip on Instagram, if you're on Instagram, there we go. I'm glad I covered that. Fox Knives, ordered it, Blade HQ. It's an exclusive. I got this little, I think it's like a challenge coin that they threw in there. It says Blade HQ Anniversary 2022. So kind of neat. It's got anybody, which is, I also had another, oh, I don't know where it's at now. Another little sticker that's got the, like the rainbow knife on here. So but it's kind of a cool little coin that they threw in. And then this is the knife here. So let's go ahead, let's open this up. Okay. Old Town Cutlery. They sent me this sticker here. In fact, they sent me a few different stickers. They've got a really cool website. If you've ever, just give them a quick look. Yeah, it's Old OLDE Town TOWNE Cutlery. Just give their website a look and see if there's anything on there that you might like. Okay. So that's kind of cool. We got a little pouch. And then also inside, it's probably just some, we make it sharp. Well, yeah, stay sharp. We like that. It's a great slogan. Okay, it is an Italian company. So to the best of my knowledge, Fox Knives, at least this one, is made in Italy. So that's kind of cool. Hence the green, white, and red on the front of the pouch here. Now, I was watching when I was first looking at this knife to get it from Blade HQ, I thought it was really unique looking. I had seen somebody on Instagram talking about it. So I kind of thought it was something that I hadn't had before. In fact, I don't have any Fox Knives. But I was watching someone else talk about the pouch, and he's like, oh, you can put this on your belt if you wanted to. And hey, I suppose you could. Yeah, I'm not going out like that though. I would more or less see this as being, I'd put it on my rucksack or my backpack or some type of a satchel maybe, and I would put this through the shoulder. So, or something that would be on the sling, I'd slide this through just to kind of have it on there for easy access. But again, that's just me. I don't really necessarily think that's for a belt loop. Like this. This is cool how this is actually a patch. It'll come off, so you could put a different patch on here if you wanted to do so. Or whatever. This is a bigger one, but yeah, so you could switch patches around if you see fit. So that's kind of cool. And let's open it up. Take a look at the knife. So it's the Fox Radius. Now you would have known that from the title, so you were probably the whole time just being like, get to the knife, get to the knife. All right, we're here. So holding it in my hand for the first time feels good. I love the G10 all natural. It's actually kind of like a jade look to it. I love that color. Get a little fox there. Italy, M390, great steel. Yeah, it feels good in my hand. It's not like super heavy, but it's not light. You have a little bit of weight to it. Nice. So basically, on the blade up here at the front of the knife, you have a little button here. This is a button lock. Okay, so just by pushing this, it's not going to go anywhere. You have to actually push it in, then swing it over, which you got to get used to that a little bit. So it's all acts as a manual type of action. But just so if you had it in your pocket or it's laying around, or you even grab this knife and you try to pinch it, you can't open this. It's locked. You push this in, swing it around, and then it's locked into place. And that's very secure. It's tight. There's no wiggling, wobbling, no wonkiness to it. So that aspect of the action to open it and close it with the button lock, that's a good action right there. I mean, it would take a little bit of getting used to, just because this is something that's different for me as far as the lock goes. So the blade itself, it looks like, as I said, this is going to be M390. It's Bohler, good steel. It's a drop point that we have, flat grind, plain edge, very sharp, feels sharp. Yep, it'll cut hair. So it's nice and sharp. I love the profile of the blade. It's not too thin, but it's not super wide, if you can kind of get an idea of the profile here by looking at it. Little swedge kind of here at the top of the blade, trailing down to the tip. I like the black finish on this one as well. They have a bunch of different type of handles, scales. This knife itself came out, I believe, in 2019, 3 years ago, at like Blade Show, if I'm correct. I forgot who, when I heard and read about who the maker was, an Italian guy. I don't remember what his name was, but from my recollection, it was 2019, and they had all different types of scales, different price points, types of steel that you could get, finishes, things of that nature. So this one, let's see, this is June of 2022 now. I think it was May 15th or so when these came out on Blade HQ. I believe they're sold out now. This particular, the handle style and such. But yeah, I like the blade profile, the knife, and it's kind of a little bit of a smaller knife. You know, when you have it in your hand and you're kind of feeling it out, it's a little bit smaller in your hand. The action, not bad at all. Just kind of have to be, I would assume, a little careful, because you see how the blade kind of swings back in and out. I wouldn't want to accidentally have a finger like in there and be pushing on this and have it swing down like that. So I mean, hey, anything can happen with me. I wouldn't be surprised if I'd end up maybe trapping my finger or cutting it or something, just needing to learn a lesson. But that's the only thing, just kind of being careful of the action when you push it in and swing it around. I do like the idea of the radius though, and the locking mechanism on it. I think that's pretty innovative. So I do like that. Again, the blade profile I like. It's nice and sharp. There's no wiggle, no movement in it. It seems like this is going to be a very good stab and slicer. Do a lot of everyday common tasks that I think most people would need a pocket knife or a utility knife for. I would definitely have this as like a secondary knife in my pocket. Love the all-natural G10 scales. I know I probably said that again, but I'm a fan of it. I like it. Trying to see, don't feel like there is any jimping on the knife. I'm just feeling it out. No sharp edges. The pocket clip could give you just a little bit of an imprint in your palm when you're squeezing it. Now, the one thing with this handle, guys, just to kind of mention, if you look at it, when I grip it, obviously, if I put a finger down here underneath where the radius is and lock in and put my other fingers here, I don't have much of a grip on the handle. And this finger is pushed up right underneath the radius here, so it keeps your finger in your hand kind of far back on the blade. And there's no jimping up here, so if you're trying to choke up, you have to be careful of this finger that it doesn't roll into the blade by accident. This would be okay up here, but that's kind of a big knob right here. This is a kind of a knobby area on the knife. I don't know if I like this big of an area here that keeps your finger in check so you can't move it around comfortably. So that's something to notice. It looks like this is on bearings. Let's try to look inside and see if we see anything on the inside. So basically it looks like what we have is we have the natural G10 scales on the outside, and then you've got a smaller, thinner steel liner on the inside that runs on both sides internally of the handle here. And that ends up having your back spacer here. Sticks out a little bit. I don't mind that. I know what they're doing, trying to get the look to match the blade a little bit with contouring. It is for tip up carry only right hand. I mean, you couldn't really carry it or pull it out left-handed anyways, because you couldn't use your left thumb. You'd have to use your index finger, and that'd be a little bit tricky. But of course, right-handed, it works fine. So you have to have the clip on the right-hand side, and it's tip up only, so that can't be moved around. The clip is what I call a paper clip because it kind of looks like a wire paper clip. I'm okay with this style. I mean, it's not really much of a style. It's pretty plain. You're going to go up this high and have just maybe a half a thumb at the top that's going to be at the top of your pants when you're buckled in. I don't think that's too much right here to have hanging out. I don't think that's a big deal. And I'm okay with this clip style. It's not going to win a fashion award, but it's a minimalist thing. And that's fine. Let's get a weight size on this, just so that you guys kind of have an idea. Okay, so the blade looks like it's 3 inches to me. Maybe a tad under it, 2.75 cutting edge. The handle is going to be right about 4 1/4. It looks like. And then let's see how much it weighs. I'm kind of curious to this as well, to see what the weight is on it. 3.7, at least for what I'm getting here. And just to mention, all this stuff's my opinion, guys. I'm looking at this knife for the very first time, and just telling you what I think of it as I'm handling it, feeling it and stuff. So that's the weight. So yeah, I mean, it's not really that heavy either. It's under 4 ounces. So it's pretty much, I think, a pretty common weight for EDC, like in the mid 3.5, 3.8, something in that range. So a nice feel in the hand. Now, as I said, I didn't really care for the handle, how small it is in my hand, and I don't feel like I have a lot of tip control with it, or that I could put much long-term use or pressure on that. I think this would be more of a quick user. Pull it out real quick, cut, slash, do what you need to do, and then just put it back in your pocket. I don't think this is going to be meant for any type of like sitting there for 30 minutes or 40 minutes just doing continuous grinding or anything. So the handle style really is not the best. That does not really feel that comfortable in the hand. So that's the one drawback I have on it. All the other things about it I like. I like the lockup. I like the design of it. I like the clip. Love the steel. And again, I don't know much about Fox knives. I might look at some of their other designs as well. If you have any ideas, any thoughts on this particular knife, the Fox Radius, if you have any other Fox knives that you've tried or designs or have any knowledge, let me know. Comment down below. I appreciate it. I try to get to all comments as I can. And remember our pets, remember our vets, guys. The ones that gave everything so we have freedom every day to enjoy our lives and be able to talk about things, do things, and the little furry people, our little pets, guys, that we have that are the innocent ones. Make sure they're taken care of and not someone else's problem. So yeah, an offering from Fox Knives. And as we always like to say, stay sharp, my friends. Until we meet again, que sera, sera. I'm out.